cat. The name is Cat. Cat can tap a pan. No, he can tap a pan.
So in this video, I'm just going to be sharing with you kind of like the struggle that I had with teaching as a new mom, my first child to read, and how that led to finding these two amazing and pretty simple to use curriculums, and it has been amazingly successful. So now I've used it successfully with 3 children. They're now 13, 12, and 8, and they can literally read a chapter book in a day, and they love reading. And so we have so many books, and it's been just such a blessing. And there's kind of an age gap between my 3 older children and younger children, just because unfortunately I had several miscarriages in between. So now my 3 youngest are 6, 4, and 1. And my younger children, I kind of waited to teach them to read because, you know, they were going through some speech therapy and things like that. And I also just look for signs of readiness for reading. And, you know, I don't start stressing that at 5 they're not reading. When they're ready, I'll be able to tell the signs. And so in this video, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what those signs were, and I'll show you these 2 curriculums that I use. So going back, my first daughter, she's now 13, when she was 6, you know, I was just struggling to teach her to read. I was a new homeschooler, and we had tried various popular curriculums like the book Teach Your Child to Read and 100 Easy Lessons. We tried Hooked on Phonics. You know, I was just struggling and feeling so guilty. And even though I had read this book about reading aloud, and they had mentioned that, I think it's in the Netherlands, that they don't even like try to teach the children to read until they're age 7, and their reading scores are excellent and something like that. So even though there was like this struggle of, oh no, like she's not reading, and at the same time, well, this reassurance like, okay, it's not the end of the world, like it's gonna be fine, you know. But I just really felt like also homeschooling would become so much easier if she could read. So I think it was through Amazon I came across this curriculum called Explode the Code, and specifically for learning to read. But this curriculum was such a game changer. And so I had ordered this, and it was very affordable. I think it was like $40 for the 3 books. And she just took to it right away and went through it very quickly. I can't remember like if it was just a matter of days for the first book, but after she did that, she was reading. Like, it was that amazing. And so that was with my first daughter. Then my second child, they're 14 months apart, so it was like, you know, about a year later. But then of course I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this curriculum with now my other daughter, and she struggled a little bit. And so I don't know if it was that she also just wasn't quite ready, but I think she just also needed like that extra help. So we went through that set of books a few times, and she did great. But what really honed it in was to do the Seton Phonics. And so thankfully we were in a co-op then, so she started doing the Seton Phonics kindergarten. And again, that combination just really helped with her reading, and she just finished reading. Actually, I'll show you this book. This one didn't take a day, but I was just so impressed because that's not even a book, you know, that probably I would read anytime soon. This is just an example of like, they're doing amazing. And then here's my son, and because he's had older siblings that he saw them doing their homework and reading, you know, he was just so eager to get into it. Like, I think that really helps when you have older siblings already doing homework and they just like look up to them so much. So he really wanted to read. And so he was showing like the signs of readiness, and that those signs of readiness was like, well, willing to sit still, that they can, you know, have those fine motor skills to do handwriting and things like that. So he showed the interest and the patience and willingness to sit down and follow instructions. And so I thought, okay, I'll give it a try and see if he takes to it. So I ordered him the books, and he went through those books so quickly. Like, I think literally it was a matter of days. And he just soaked it all in. And then I followed that up with the phonics curriculum, the kindergarten phonics. And he was reading at age 5, and like, he just learned to read so fast and started reading like chapter books very quickly. And so he's a very strong reader. And so I'm so thankful to God for that. And so now, I have now my 6-year-old and my 4-year-old. And, you know, I had tried introducing these books sooner, but it just wasn't coming along too easily. And so I knew we just needed to wait and work more on other things, like other preschool subjects and kindergarten. But now my 6-year-old seems ready, and so the plan is now we're going through it, and she's just picking it up so much more quickly. Like, it's like something clicks for them. So if your child doesn't seem to be understanding the concept, struggling to understand like the phonics and things like that, try not to worry. Like, of course, I mean, there are situations where you might want to talk to someone, but I'm just, from a mom's perspective, it's good to be patient and then just keep trying. And I just wanted to share with you these 2 curriculums that were just so successful so far for my family. 3 out of 3, 100% success rate. And I'm just so happy with that strong foundation that they had in phonics, and then now they're very strong readers. And so the real test will be now with my younger kids using it again. I feel pretty confident about it just because it's worked already so well. So I thought other moms would want to know. So if you have a child that, you know, is interested in reading and seems ready, you might want to give it consideration, these 2 curriculums. And also, what I like about the Seton Phonics curriculum is that it's Catholic. So they'll incorporate like pictures of Catholic objects and themes and little prayers in the curriculum too. So I just really like that it's Catholic. For me, like, the faith should be incorporated with everything, even, you know, just our day-to-day tasks, like everything. I see it from like a Catholic perspective. And so what I like about the Seton homeschool curriculum is that then it incorporates the faith, but it's also like academically rigorous and very strong. So I hope you find this helpful. Again, like, this is just my experience, and another curriculum might work better for your child. But I thought I would share it because it has helped me so much.
Look carefully at the letter in the box. Here, circle the ones that match it. I am thinking of something you wear on your feet to keep them warm and dry.
Boots.
What are they called?
Boots.
Put your finger on the boots.
Boots.
What sound do you hear at the beginning of boots?